Okay. Hello, dear friends. Good evening. Such a beautiful, beautiful evening. So I am learning about something new, and this is something that when I was young, I was very, very interested. Not so interested when I was young, but in China, in Beijing, there is a natural history museum about the history of the world. And at that time, I have know a lot of the archaeological discoveries and history about Mesopotamia. And this is something that always feels so exotic, so far away, so mysterious, and so magical to me since I was young. And when I grew up, I had the chance to travel and been to different museums, and I have seen this word repeated many times. Can you believe so uneducated yanghaiying? I did not even know this word. Now I start to pay attention to it. And I went to library and found some book. So these are the things that I'm always curious about. One is Mesopotamia, another one is Phoenician. Oh, I was always so fascinated by it. So today I am reading a book, Gilgamesh. And I have heard of this book in some modern TED Talk, in some modern pop culture, and recently. I think there is an international project, maybe not sure, called Gilgamesh. It's about our human well-being, using technology in medical, in human, maybe genomic, is to improve our human life. So I have this book, Gilgamesh, the King. So Gilgamesh, G-I-L, G-A-Mesh, M-E-S-H. Gilgamesh, someone pronounce it Gilgamesh. So I just feel Gilgamesh. It's kind of cute. And if you feel this pronunciation is hurting your ears, you can stop and not keep on torturing yourself with my wrong pronunciation. Okay? So Gilgamesh. Long time ago, in the land of Mesopotamia, there was a king, and his name was Gilgamesh. He was the king, and he was sent by the sun god to rule over his city and this beautiful, historic, ancient city. The city is called Uruk. U-R-U-K. Uruk. Okay, let's continue. So Gilgamesh was not completely a man, not completely a god. So he's kind of part god, part man. He looked like man, but he did not really have a human life. And he looked like human, but did not know about what was really being a human. For example, the relationship. It's kind of what nowadays called EQ, emotional intelligence. So he had power, he had wealth, he has tons of money, and he has all the power you can think about. But happiness seems something very distant from him. Did not know what happiness is. He does not have a friend. He has everything, but no friends. What is life when someone does not have a friend to talk to, right? Even if distance friend, we do need someone to talk to communicate. That's what we call kind of human life. So he was always alone. Yanghaiying is always alone, but sometimes I go to swimming pool. We meet people. We do have a deep or shallow. We have a real people-to-people relation, right? So he was always alone because of no friend, because of all the power and all the wealth. He just not really a real and complete human life. So he started to grow bitter and cruel and just unhappy. So one day he decided to show to the world, see how strong I am, how powerful I am. And he want people to remember him forever. I am the best guy. So, for people to remember him, Gilgamesh ordered a great wall to be built. Yeah, that's the difference of a king from us. We usually order a chicken sandwich, we order a cup of coffee or something, and he ordered a wall. Yeah. And he wanted a wall to be built around the city. He ordered his men to leave their job, to leave their family, and come to work on his project. He made the women bring food to let the men eat, and the children are out. Children could not be there because children can bring some distraction, and men and women cannot focus on their job. So it was quite, oh my goodness, isn't it like the emperor of China, Qin Shi Huang? Yeah. And at first, people was very proud of him. It's our king, let's do something for our king. So they built a wall. And the king must have a good reason for wanting this wall, right? Was an enemy planning to attack our city? So, or people coming to invade us or come to our land? So we have to protect ourselves to build the wall. So building wall is quite a historical thing, right? You see, China has built a wall, and other countries has built a wall. I think in California, in the East Bay, in this area, there was some ancient wall also. A lot of walls, right? But as the wall get higher and higher, people start to wonder, oh, what is going on? The wall is so high. Why do we need so high wall? And how high is high, right? Where is the end? It went up higher than any wall in the whole wide world. But Gilgamesh pushed on kept on pushing to be higher and higher, day and night and week and months. Men fainted from work and hunger. Food grew scarce. Yeah, people cried out for mercy. Oh, we cannot do it. We need to listen to people and stop this project. And people begging Gilgamesh to stop, but he would not stop. And as you can imagine, everyone goes to build a wall. Who will go to the farmland to grow wheat, to grow rice, to grow what is that one? That sumul for making couscous. No, nobody does it because man, woman, all in this project. So people were so very exhausted, tired, and cannot keep on alive like this. So they pray the sun god for help. The sun god. The sun god heard their prayer and thought, what is going on? And maybe I should do something. So the sun god ordered the creation of another man, just as strong as Gilgamesh. See, the gods, they order different things. Did we say we order some chicken sandwich? We order some barbecue beef or something, but we have never ordered a man to be made, right? So he ordered a man to be made. And this man, his name was Enkidu. N-E-N-K-I-D-U. Kidu means good place. An means king or lord. Enkidu means the king or the lord of a good place. And he was not a real man. He was made from clay of the earth. He was just a man-made, artificial, not artificial intelligence, not AI, but artificial clay made such a creature. And since the Gilgamesh had not learned anything from living with people, so the sun god thought, okay, Gilgamesh didn't do a good job to learn from a human being, to learn from people. Maybe I will make this Enkidu to live with something different. Maybe they can learn something. Sometimes it is hard to learn from people, right? So he made Enkidu to live in the forest, to live with the animals. Sun god is very powerful, right? He made Gilgamesh to live with human, and then he made something different, just as strong, Enkidu, to live with animals in the forest. And so Enkidu went to the forest and he got to know the animals. He learned to take care of them. He learned the living skill. He learned empathy. He learned compassion. He learned hard working, tenacity, persistence. So much better than living with human. Anyway, you get the idea, right? But there is one thing. He had learned so many things, but he had not known anything about human kindness. And he had never lived with a human being. So Enkidu was built. Enkidu was educated by the animal. Now it's time for his mission, right? Sun God is not just making Enkidu to be a self-sufficient animal lover, animal friend. He wanted, the sun god wanted Enkidu to give Gilgamesh a lesson, or to be a friend of Gilgamesh, or to be a counterpart. So Enkidu, it's time for him to go to the city. So Enkidu went to the city. On his road to the city, he met his first man. And this man was a hunter. And the hunter, of course, he's a hunter. He hunts, he chases. He chased animals through the forest and hunted and tried to kill the forest, kill the animals. And Enkidu was so surprised. What are you doing? They are my friends. Animals are my friends. Why do humans kill animals? That's so mean. That's so bad. He did not understand. He could not understand. Humans are some of the worst thing, even worse than animals. Sometimes it's true, Yanghaiying said. So Enkidu wondered. So he rushed to help his friends. His friends are animals. He threw the hunter from his chariot. The hunter was using a chariot, using a horse-pulled cart. Use a chariot. He threw him out of his chariot and rescued the wounded animals. The animals has arrows on there, and he took care of the animals. And the hunter ran back to Uruk, the beautiful big kingdom, the big city. And this city, Uruk, is actually kind of in Tigris, Euphrates, Tigris. It's around around that area, and recently something like Iraq, in the Near East area. I so want to go there. I want to go there someday. Okay, come back to the story. So the hunter went back to the city and run to the king Gilgamesh and told him, "Oh, there is danger, danger! Come to the rescue." He told the king Gilgamesh, and there is the strongest man in the whole wide world. He called Enkidu the strongest man. Of course, Gilgamesh. Can he be happy? Of course he will not be happy. Gilgamesh was furious. There is no one as strong as me. What are you talking about? The strongest man. I am the strongest man. And so he ordered, bring this creature to me, so I can prove that I am strongest. I will destroy him in front of all the people of Uruk. The hunter said, "Oh, no, you cannot capture it. You cannot capture this man. He's so strong, and he's a wild man, and you just cannot capture it. He's too strong. I cannot do it. All the people in the kingdom cannot do it." Then, let me think, Gilgamesh think. So maybe we will trick him, use some tricks. Take the singer, Shamat. Sham, Sham, Hat. I think H is not pronounced. So Shamat. So bring the singer Shamat. And singer Shamat, she is the most beautiful and most attractive lady. not only because of her beauty, but mostly because of her voice. Because of her voice, she has the most charming, luring, and mesmerizing voice in the whole wide world. So, Shamat was so beautiful, and she was the person, every single person, love in the whole wide city of Uruk. But there is only one person who did not love her. She's so beautiful, so charming, man, woman, yanghaiying. I myself, I love her. Although I am a few thousand years too late, but still I love her. But one person did not love her. Know who? Yes, Gilgamesh. Why? Gilgamesh just does not have the ability to love anyone. In Greek mythology, we call it narcissist. I think he's kind of narcissist, but he was just not learned the skill of loving people. He was just, he didn't learn, not his problem. And Shamat was the most beautiful woman in the city and the finest singer in the temple. But without, could she tame the wild man? The hunter did not want to return to the forest to be made a fool again. Well, if Enkidu kill me, or if Enkidu just do something to me, I will be dead. But he dared not to argue with Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is the king, right? He has to obey. So he was trembling, shaking, and obeyed. And with a little donkey, he carried a little donkey, and the donkey carried the beautiful lady Shamat. When they went to the forest, the hunter led Shamat to the place, that exact place in the forest where he had last seen Enkidu. He left her alone. Oh my goodness, what is this man? Man is just, sometimes you do doubt about humanity. And so he left Shamat alone and fled back to the city. As night fell, Shamat played her harp and sung in the darkness. Her voice cast a spell over the forest. Enkidu walks towards the sound, then stopped behind a tree. He had never, ever, ever, never, never, ever, ever, never, never, ever, ever, never, never, ever heard such a lovely sound. He had never heard anything so lovely. Even the baby animals, meh, 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 was not as lovely, charming, beautiful as the song of Shamat. So he approached her slowly so that he will not frighten her. See, Enkidu is so much better than a human, the wild man. Shamat saw Enkidu, and Shamat stopped singing. She stopped. He looked more like a beast than a man, because he has hair, he was wild, he didn't brush his teeth, and he was not well dressed, no cravat, no button, no t-shirt, no shoes. You just imagine it. But she knew he would not harm her. No one had ever looked at her with so much tenderness. Shamat had seen so many people, and everyone want to be the suitor for her and admire her. But she had never seen such a tender eye, glittering with love, tenderness, attention, passion, compassion. Oh my goodness, my vocabulary is not even enough. So in the days that followed, Shamat taught him to speak and taught him to sing, and she fell in love with him. They explored the ways of love together, and Enkidu promised he would stay with her forever and ever and ever. They fell in love. Well, who on earth will not fall in love with such a beautiful lady, Shamat, right? Shamat was frightened. Enkidu must not go near the city of Uruk, where Gilgamesh was waiting to destroy him, right? She was in love, so she wanted to protect her. But Enkidu refused to listen. He was not afraid. He wanted to fight to the death for her, because Shamat need to go. Yeah. And Shamat is a city girl and always living in the forest. Well, for 1 day, 2 days, it's okay, but for ever and ever, that's kind of too much, right? So she wanted to go home, and Enkidu will follow her. And Shamat said, no, don't follow me. In our city, Uruk, there was a king, and he did not love anyone, and he just, you don't go, yeah. And Enkidu said, okay, I must follow you. I love you so much. There is no way that I live by myself since I meet you. Yeah. So the saddest moment for Enkidu was leaving, you know what? Leaving his animals behind. They are my true friends. The cows, the birds, the tigers, the sheep, the camels, the antelope, the rabbit, the ants, everything. Yeah. Oh, they would not understand why he was abandoning them, and he himself could not explain. Animals did not understand that level of love, right? They do love, but kind of different from Shamat and Enkidu. Each day, from morning till dusk, Gilgamesh watched from his tower on top of the great wall of Uruk. he was waiting Shamat to return. And his waiting is not because he loved Shamat. No, he did not love anybody. He wanted to prove that he is the best. So Gilgamesh was on top of the huge, tall, great wall and looking, and he was waiting to fight. You know, everyone, that hunter, it's everywhere in the world. Good news, stay at home. If there is a bad news, it spreads faster than anything in the world. So everyone already know there was a wild man, and he was very strong, and he's from the forest, and people were thinking maybe this wild man can save us. They were kind of afraid, kind of expecting, well, how bad can it be? How bad can it be comparing with such a cruel king, right? Yeah, in the worst case, we just have a new ruler as bad, but cannot be even worse, right? So they want to see it, and Enkidu and Gilgamesh knows what people think. So he was thinking, no, I will fight him and I will kill Enkidu in front of everyone of the city of Uruk, so that they can see I am the best. No one dare to challenge me anymore. So here Shamat was worried. Could Enkidu defeat Gilgamesh? And what would people think of this wild creator, the wild beast? So to make him, he already fell in love, to make Enkidu look more like any other man, he cut his hair, shaved his hair, and tore apart her robe to cover him. So, you know, in the ancient time, in Near East, ladies wear kind of long robes and layers of robes. So she took out one layer of robes and covered Enkidu. So Enkidu does not have those wild hair, and hairstyle is quite a la mode. What is the hairstyle? It's it's just a quite fashionable hairstyle, and wearing a robe, and just look like another man. So, and Enkidu now looks quite like a real person, anyone else. But there is only one thing he decided to keep it on. That is his horned head crown. He has a crown with horn on top of his head, because that's from his friend. He want to attribute, and he want to dedicate to his friend. I cannot remember my real friend, the animals. So Shamat pointed to the city of Uruk, beautiful city with huge walls, and Enkidu was quite dazzled. Yeah, he had never imagined. Wow, civilization. The city looks so beautiful under the golden sunshine. Oh, that's so beautiful. My lady comes from such a heavenly, paradisic place. The next morning, the people gathered to watch as Shamat and Enkidu approached the gate. They walked in. Gilgamesh had ordered work on the wall stop for the day, so all could see his victory. Oh, so he closed the door. He opened the door, and every day people walking, but this day nobody walking. Everyone come to see me fight the monster, see me fight the wild man, see who is the strongest. So everyone get 1 day of break. How cool is that? And the Gilgamesh stood on top of the very, very tall wall and shouted to Enkidu, I am master of this city and its people. No one enters without my permission. I dare you to come up here and fight me. Enkidu climbed the wall, climb up. I am ready, he shouted back. Wow. Shamat had taught him how to speak human language, so he can speak human language. So it was the most frightening battle the people of Uruk had ever seen. They had never seen such a ferocious, such a thunderous battle in their whole lifetime. They fought for hours and hours, and they fought for 7 times 7, 49 days. But some historical record said that they fought for 7 days. Well, they fought for, anyway, for, was mathematics started at that time, created? Anyway, they fought for long time. And the earth shook and the lightning slashed across the sky as if Zeus, but in this place there was no Greek mythology, no gods of Zeus, and it was just tumbling, rumbling, earthquake. So they fought so much, and it's like the gods themselves were fighting to get the control, to get hold of the world. Oh gosh, it's so scary. Gilgamesh and Enkidu fought, and the city wall were broken, and city house were broken, and they just running, tumbling. And at the end, you know what? Who is winning? Neither. Neither. None of them is winning, because they were both so strong. Then suddenly Gilgamesh stepped on a loose stone, tumbled, and fell over the edge of the wall. Gilgamesh fell down. It happened so quickly. Oh my goodness, and the people watching could not believe their eyes. From the sky-high wall suddenly fell off one man. And you know who fell down? Because they were thinking their king was unconquerable, and in their heart they do want Gilgamesh to fall, their king to fall down. And to their amazement, Enkidu stretched out his hands. Enkidu reached over the wall, and he grabbed Gilgamesh by the arm and raised him to safety. Why? What is going on? Enkidu didn't want to kill Gilgamesh, didn't want to win the battle. And Enkidu had won, but why would he save? He is almost winning, but he was not trying to win. He saved his enemy. He didn't kill his enemy, he saved. And now Gilgamesh now can stand up. He stood on top of the wall, face to face with Enkidu. And the two were so close. Everyone downstairs, everyone in the city was holding their breath. Oh my goodness, the two of them face to face. What is going to happen? Gilgamesh took a step towards Enkidu. Even closer. He stopped. And he reached his arm to Enkidu. Gilgamesh reached his hand to Enkidu on his shoulder. He embraced Enkidu. Gilgamesh did not kill. When Enkidu saved him, Gilgamesh did not kill. He had a chance to kill. Gilgamesh, the very selfish, narcissistic king, did not kill. He embraced Enkidu. And at that moment, the king, Gilgamesh, finally understood one thing that he had never understood. That is being a human. From that time on, Gilgamesh was no longer always alone. Gilgamesh had one friend, Enkidu. So they became friends. The celebration went on and on and on for many days. Shamat was chosen to lead the biggest parade that had ever happened in the city of Uruk. Gilgamesh and Enkidu, now brothers. They were friends. They are friends. They are brothers. They watch and wave on top of the big, tall, great wall. Gilgamesh ordered walk on the wall to stop. Okay, I'm done. Yeah, I have a friend. I'm happy. I live my best life, and that's it. That's it. I do not need any more money. I do not need any more food. I need a friend. I do not need any more taller wall. Not any taller. This is it. Enough is enough. So he ordered the war. The war work stopped. Fathers and mothers then united, and children are together. They dance with their children and they are happy. And Gilgamesh invited everyone to the great feast. A new peace settled over Uruk. On quiet evenings, Shamat would go out on the river with Enkidu and listen while he and Gilgamesh planned how they might take the city to make the city a happier place. So Shamat would like to go out on the river with Enkidu. Still, these two, they are lovers, and they listen to Enkidu and Gilgamesh discuss how to make our city prettier, more beautiful, make people live a happy life, and make them have lower food price, and have a better housing and more safety. Anyway, they discuss those administrative and those important things. They just want to make their city prettier, happier. And then she would play her harp and sing for them. She went out with them and sang for them, and she's proud that she had brought them together. That's so good. And her voice floated over the water. The people of Uruk paused to listen, and they were so very grateful. They were grateful for everything. For Shamat to bring peace to the city, for Gilgamesh and Enkidu became friends and make this place the best in the whole wide world. The king of Gilgamesh. The Gilgamesh epic is one of the world's oldest and most important legend. Gilgamesh is a terrible tyrant. When he ordered his subjects to build a great wall, the exhausted people are in despair. But the evil king met with the uncivilized Enkidu and learns lessons of friendship and true humanity that changed him, changed his city, and changed the world forever. So the story of Gilgamesh was first carved onto clay tablet in Mesopotamia, and its message of compassion, of forgiveness, and friendship was echoed through the ages from its origins over the more than 5,000 years. Be kind, compassionate, forgive, make friends. That's the true humanity. So the war, the big tall wall, did not work. It is the true humanity. Passion, compassion, empathy, sympathy friendship, forgiveness make this world a better place. I love you. I really do. Do. Goo bye bye.